First thing to remember with this topic is it says motivation strategies, not motivational theories. So it's been noted on some previous exams that when people get questioned about motivational strategies, they start doing Maslow or the four drives. That's not what this is. It's five specific things. Strategies of performance-related pay. And then we got sort of these non-financial ones: career advancement, investment in training, support, and sanction. And so that's the first thing. What sort of questions might we get? Describe, explain, or outline each of these. Propose and justify which one to apply, so which one should a business use. Describe, explain, or outline the impact of each one on the short-term and long-term motivation of employees. And lastly, discuss, evaluate, analyze, or examine them, like what's good and what's bad about them, and an overall weighted opinion perhaps. So the first thing to remember is that the strategies can be used, that you can use, you can group into financial, and there's just performance-related pay, and non-financial. So this one, give them money. This one, give them something that's not money. So it could be career advancement, investment in training, support, or sanction for each one. So we take performance-related pay. A description, so a financial reward given to employees whose work has reached or exceeded a set standard, so a pay increase or a bonus, profit sharing, that sort of thing. Impact on short-term motivation is you're going to get an instant extrinsic motivation boost. People will always get a boost or lift in the short term for money, but in the long term, it's not going to meet your need to be fulfilled if we look at Maslow, for example. So it just becomes expected. If you get a bonus every year, well, then you kind of feel entitled to it. So it doesn't motivate you in the long term. Pros and cons, it's effective at meeting those lower order needs, and you can clearly link it to organizational goals. Achieve the goal, get the money. And also, it's a really easy way to recognize and reward people. No matter what people say, money still does make a lot of people feel good. Disadvantages, it's not effective at meeting those higher order intrinsic needs to improve. And also, people want to achieve the goals for the wrong reason. They want the money, and that leads to a task focus and competition, people not working together, and not being willing to help someone else because it means they'll get their goal or their bonus and I might not get mine. We might look at career advancement and investment in training together because they're basically very similar. So we'll say the descriptions. Career advancement. Employers are given the opportunity to advance to a better, more important job, more challenging. So that could be a promotion, job enlargement, job enrichment, or job rotation into another area of the business. Investment in training. Employers are provided with educational and training opportunities to increase their knowledge and skills. Impact on short and long term. What we'll do is we'll say, well, it's the same for both. But in the short term, it's maybe not going to motivate someone. If they feel they're underpaid and really resentful, and then you try and motivate them with a training course, in the short term, they maybe won't see the benefit of it because it's going to happen over time. But in the long term, you're going to ultimately increase productivity and motivate employees seeking to reduce their best and fulfill their potential. The advantages of both are that this is going to meet your higher order extrinsic needs and drives. The people that want to fulfill their potential are going to be motivated by this. And also the biggest and best companies do it, like Google and Apple, etc. And that's because they can attract and retain employees, the best employees who want to get the best out of themselves. Disadvantages doesn't meet people's immediate need for money, and that can be a big thing for people. People that don't make a lot of money don't want to receive training as a motivational strategy. They want money, and it might not always be possible, available, or appropriate. Maybe someone, there is nowhere for them to be promoted. They're at the top of their game. It also, if you skill them up, might enable them to find jobs outside the business. Lastly, we finish with support and sanctions. Support is providing employees with positive reinforcement or encouragement to provide them with a sense of esteem, etc. Short term, instant motivation. People feel recognized and a sense of friendship. But in the long term, if you're just complimenting someone every day and making them feel good, that's not really, there's no financial gain here. Advantages, makes people feel valued and also helps create a positive corporate culture. Disadvantages, should be the norm anyway, right? People should be doing this. So saying it's a special strategy mightn't be that good. And also time consuming for the manager to apply to everyone. You've got to support everyone. That's really difficult. Go out of your way to support everyone will take forever. Sanction, use punishments and penalties, reprimand people for poor performance and behavior. Short term, it really gets an effect. It gives fast and direct motivation for people to avoid a negative consequence. Long term, though, leads to fear and resentment, and people won't take risks if they're worried about always being sanctioned. Pros and cons provides an immediate need and an immediate change in employee behavior. So it's good when you need something done quickly, and it's also very powerful, very personal and confronting using sanctions. On the negative side, though, it leads to a negative corporate culture where employees' main goal is to avoid punishments, and employees don't seek to fulfill their potential and may eventually leave the business.